Hello, it's Thursday, November the 5th, the first day of the second UK lockdown in 2020. My name's David Young. I've been working over the last 20 years with SME owners to help prepare for sale when the time is right through value building, risk reduction, and preparing to cope with a competitive process, which is the way to maximize value because competition works wonders. Back at the beginning of the first lockdown, I came here with a message of hope and help for entrepreneurs who were feeling battered by the effects of that and government policy towards the pandemic even then. Because it is possible to sell even a loss-making business and for good money, provided you can find buyers who can see synergy value and strategic value that offsets disappointing standalone value. It seemed to me back in March that we'd be facing a roller coaster ride into recession due to the government policies in response to the pandemic, government spending and money printing on a colossal scale. So I developed a punchy 3-week course for owner managers to help them get from survive to thrive by focusing on the 3 things that really matter: your funding, your fitness, and your future. That went very well, but unfortunately the pandemic didn't. And so it's with a heavy heart that I'm back here again, because since then we've had the Great Barrington Declaration by international doctors who say that a lockdown is not warranted on medical grounds. We've had the World Doctors Alliance saying the same thing and calling for lockdowns never to be repeated. We've had Lord Sumption, a former Supreme Court judge and former Reith lecturer, making a very outspoken Freshfields speech to the Cambridge Law faculty recently, challenging the government on their cavalier disregard for civil liberties and for democracy in the coronavirus legislation, and their pronouncements before that legislation was even effective. And on top of that, we've had the economic effects, the biggest recession in our history, combined with government borrowing going to unprecedented heights. According to the Institute of Government report on the September the 22nd, borrowing has risen to 317 billion, and the Bank of England this morning just announced increasing the money printing program, quantitative easing, by 150 billion to take it to 875 billion. And these are mind-boggling figures. What they mean is that we've wrecked the public finances, we've wrecked the economy, and we are in for a very deep and long recession. So I'm back, even with a heavy heart, when I think of the suffering that is going to be caused by this second lockdown, to offer help and hope again to owner managers, to extend a helping hand, even if you feel battered by what's been going on. You need help with your mindset, help focusing on your cash flow forecasts, which may have been made completely irrelevant by what's happened in the last few months, or with your exit plans, which may be lie in tatters if you'd hoped to exit. But there still is hope. Maybe you can sell if you wanted to, maybe you can merge. Maybe you can ride through this and stay in the saddle. But don't leave it too late to reach out for help. If you'd like to have a free, no obligation chat with me in complete confidence, use the calendar link below. But in any event, remember, we're not in this alone. There's plenty of help around, and there's no such thing as failure, only learning. Look out for those silver linings, and all the very best for the months ahead.